Anderson Fieldhouse at Fort Eustis. WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents the Peninsula District Championship Contest. The boys, the Heritage Hurricane and the Hampton Crabbers. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Henson. We welcome you to Anderson's Fieldhouse for this contest, the championship game between Hampton at 20-3 and Heritage at 16-7. Right now, let's go courtside. Bob Henson has head coach Dennis Katufis of the Heritage Hurricane.
Well, first of all, Dennis, congratulations on a fine season. I know this game doesn't mean a whole lot as far as who you're going to play next, but winning the tournament's important, isn't it?
Well, it is, because you go into the regional with an upbeat. So you're right. This game, you know, you win or lose, you're still in the regionals. But and how many times have Walt and I played each other, and everyone's been pretty good contest.
Right. Well, listen, you guys have played well in spurts this year, and then it seems now you're starting to get it together again towards tournament time, and that has got to make a coach feel good.
Yeah, we've won the last 5 in a row, and we needed to win all 5. And that does make it feel good. You know, our goal all year was to get into the regionals, and we came through.
Good enough. Well, good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Coach Katufis. 16-7, the Hurricane on the regular season. Bob is going to try and work his way down to get a chance to talk with Walter Brower, the head coach at Hampton. Hampton at 20-3 on the season. This game tonight brought to you by Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations and a Newport News location now as well. And it's also supported by Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director. Again, we want to thank our corporate sponsors for their assistance. Right now, let's go back courtside as Bob has head coach Walter Brower of the Hampton Crabbers.
Walter, first of all, congratulations on winning the regular season, but last night, you guys put on a clinic. I thought that was a good game all the way around, got the ball inside you, big man.
Well, Phoebus played real well. We knew they were going to come out because that was their season last night, and we knew they'd come out and play well, and we just had to withstand their run, and we were, you know, fortunate enough to get back in the fourth quarter and win it.
Well, yeah, because you were down 6 going into the fourth quarter, but really came out, scored them 10 points in that, and made a big difference, or actually 16 points.
Well, Johnny Story just took over.
Isn't it nice to have somebody do that?
Oh, I wish I had people like that all the time.
Well, let's good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Good enough. Let's go back over to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Coach Brower. With a 20-3 record, the Crabbers to get here defeated the Denby Patriots 72-54, and then last night defeated the Phoebus Phantoms by the final score of 74-64. The Heritage Hurricane, on the other hand, defeated the Bethel Bruins 53-39. And then last night handed the Menchville Monarchs a 56-38 defeat on their way to the championship game. There you see the officials for tonight's ball game. On your left is Mike Powers. In the middle is the referee, Steve Whitley. And Bobby Kipper is the other and the third official for tonight's game.
Well, you know, we had Mike Powers at the game over to Hampton where we had that basket that was counted that wasn't going in. And I talked to Mike about it last night, and he said he talked to the trail official, asked him 3 times did it go in, and he said yes. Then when he went to the basket, to the scoreboard table and said it went in, they said no, it didn't. He went back and asked his official again. He said, yes, I saw it go in. Well, I don't know what he saw, but Mike did what he was supposed to do as a head official. He was watching contact. He wasn't watching the ball. But good crew tonight. This is going to be a good game. A lot of up-tempo I look for.
All right, you've seen already introduced Dante Hurd, number 12, number 32, Ed Douglas, number 34, Merlin Lance, number 22, Corey Stewart. And I'm sorry, I couldn't pick up there we go.
You get Lance?
Corey Stewart
Douglas,
and Savon Rakes. Got them all.
Got them all.
And of course, the head coach is Dennis Katufis.
Yes, done a good job. Was at Denby for a lot of years, and then moved down to Heritage and has really developed that program into a super program. They have been winning. And somebody told me last night, he said, wait a minute. In football, it's Heritage and Hampton. In basketball, it's Heritage and Hampton. He says, what's going on here? I said, well, that's where you got the best coaches and the best athletes. It's going to happen. Oh, he's going to start Fenner tonight.
Derek Fenner.
And that looks like Robinson.
Nathan Robinson, Johnny Story. Crabber's trying to mess with me here. Got their uniform still on. Jimmy Williams will be a starter. And number 14, Marcus Higgins, will round out the starting 5 for Walter Brower's squad. There you see Williams, Higgins, Story, Fenner, and Robinson. So the Hampton Crabbers do not have to win this game to compete. They have already clinched a regional berth. This game will be for the Peninsula District Tournament Championship.
Absolutely. They won the regular season, which means they will play the number 2 seed out of the beach. The number 1 seed in the beach will play Heritage, and Heritage will have to go there on Tuesday night. We will pick a player of the game from the Hampton Crabbers tonight, and that player will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc., Buckwalder's Engraving, located at Tab Square and on Route 17. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850.
You're waiting for me? I don't know the number.
Oh, I thought you might. And the shirt comes from Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods, and they're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your needs, whether it's sports, with a full line of athletic goods, team, individual equipment, uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb, 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
All right,
ready to go.
8-minute quarters, no shot clock. And we are underway as the tap is controlled by the Hurricane, the Cane. Nice quick feed down low, and quickly scoring to start the game is Devon Rakes.
Well, nobody picked up the man. Hampton running down the court with their back to the ball. And good job that time at Heritage. It's come right out. Let's get the first point.
Fenner and Higgins trying to work the ball down to Story. Now they spot Robinson, and Robinson will put it up and in.
Nice catch by Robinson on a pass by Marcus Higgins. Looking for the easy man, open man. Hampton will play pretty well man-to-man most of the game, Tim. Heritage can shoot the ball outside. Got some good shooters.
This is Corey Stewart. He's guarded by Higgins. Now they get it to Dante Hurd. Back to Stewart.
Oh, we got moving pick there. Nobody picking it up.
Rakes will fire and hit. So Tevon Rakes scores the first 2 buckets for the Canes. 4-2. Heritage way outside. Higgins off the mark with the 3. And then the Canes can't hold it. They knock it out of bounds. Hampton will have another chance.
Well, actually, 2 of the Hurricanes were fighting for the ball and ended up turning it over. Actually, they should have had that rebound.
Lance and Story jostle for position. Higgins drives the lane, partially blocked.
And Hampton's got to get back there. Heritage is running.
Nice reverse layup, won't go, however, as Robinson clears the board.
Had he not reversed the layup, he'd have ate the ball because Johnny Story had him.
This is Story, and Story has his shot blocked and hits the side of the backboard. Now that should belong to Hampton. Well, I guess not. If it was partially blocked.
No. Mike Powers is making a call.
Yeah, if it was blocked and then it went out of bounds, it has to be off for the Heritage player.
And that's exactly a good call. That's why the officials work together. That's a good crew out here.
Yeah, you say that now. Fenner. Higgins, top of the key. Higgins dishes right side. Williams for 3, hit it. So Jimmy Williams gives the Crabbers the lead, 5-4, with a little more than 6 minutes to go here in the first period.
And you're going to see quick on quick with Higgins and number 22, Corey Stewart.
Left open for the jumper, and that is a deuce. Dante Hurd just on the line.
Can't let him have that open shot because he'll knock it down at a real high percentage. They're double teaming Johnny when it looks like you want to get the ball inside.
Williams again open, and this time uses the glass to put it in.
And again, you don't call that unless it's in horse.
That's right. Williams has 5 points, and the Crabbers and the Canes continue to trade the lead. This time Hampton on top by 1.
Congratulations to the Hampton High School girls squad winning the game tonight. It means that they will advance to the regionals against, they beat the Gloucester Dukes.
And we've got a foul away from the action.
And that's moving picks, and that's exactly what Steve Whitley picked up, Tim.
Corey Stewart as Dennis Katufis looks on, clipboard in hand. So the foul was charged to Corey Stewart. That's his first, the team's first. Williams. Higgins thought about it. Williams will try another 3. This one's an air ball. And the Canes can't hold on to it. 2 of the Canes again battle for the ball, and they lose it out of bounds.
I'm watching the Crabbers, Tim, and they're shooting that outside shot too quick, not trying to get it inside. Every time they try to look in the score, he's double teamed. That means somebody's wide open.
Higgins is open, and he hits the 3.
Well, he's a streak shooter. He gets hot, and he will hit nothing but net.
10-6 Hampton. And we've got a foul before the shot.
Yeah, I believe that's Robinson. He held the cane trying to drive for the basket. You got to play defense with your feet.
First foul on Robinson, first against the team. A little more than halfway through the first period. Jump ball and possession error will give the ball over to the Hampton Crabbers. Wayne Reynolds checks in for the Canes. He'll replace Rakes, who leaves with 4 points. Higgins picked up by Reynolds. Story, top of the key, nice feed underneath.
See, they were not looking for Robinson. Robinson ought to have a big game tonight.
Well, that was Williams, actually, who made the catch in the basket.
Oh, that was Williams?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Didn't see him either.
Didn't see him either.
In the lane, a lot of hands in his face, and Reynolds rather changed the shot, and it cost them turnover. Fenner, and Fenner can't hold on to it, gets it back. Williams to Higgins. Higgins from that same spot. This time he doesn't get it, but Williams does a good job of chasing the ball down. Fenner will try. Got it.
Oh, nice double clutch. Oh, nice steal.
Higgins to Robinson.
Nice.
Robinson with the easy basket.
And Dennis says we got to do something. We're down 10 real quick like that.
16
we have that on replay. Watch this replay. Nice job by. This is the shot, and when Fenner gets the ball right here, does a double clutch, and I don't know if we can continue it. We got the steal. Right? Oh, right there. And look at that pass.
Ooh, Higgins could have been called for the foul.
Yeah.
Contact, and no foul on the play, but the Crabbers burst out on top. They led 7-6, and they've reeled off 9 straight points, actually 11 straight points. They were down 6-5 and have put 11 on the board, and no answer from the Canes.
If you look over here at our table tonight, you'll notice that we have one more person on the table. Brent Musgrove is over here on my right side. He's our protection tonight.
Musburger, is that who it was, Brent Musburger?
No. Musburger.
Close enough.
He's calling you Brent Musburger.
He can do the job. I'm just glad to have him at the table.
There he is. There's a good shot of him right there.
I'm no
Say
longer,
hi to Mom.
I'm glad he's here because I'm now not the only one that has white hair.
Oh.
All right, the Crabbers will inbound, leading by 10.
Tim, he says that's true, but he does have hair.
Better to have white hair than no hair, right? Or is that mohair?
Mohair.
16-6 is our score. Again, Hampton will trigger. This is Jimmy Williams. Gets it in to Higgins, and Higgins lost it. They said he just lost it out of bounds.
Well, he hit it all. Actually bounced it off his foot, going between his legs. We got Okay, Carlos Campbell coming in along with Taburn. Carlos played a great game last night against the Phoebus Phantoms. Played heads up on Rico Walters, which is a hard thing to do. Rico's a good shooter.
Hampton won that game by 10 points. Left-hander hits the three. That's Reynolds from outside.
Tim did a good job of turning and squaring up his body before he stroked that in. Nice look.
16-9, 7 points the difference. Campbell open. Now gives to Story. Story will try the jumper from the free throw line, off the mark. Campbell with the rebound and then has it stolen. Boy, it looked like a good defensive play.
Oh!
Where was the foul?
Where was the foul? Well, I tell you, Carlos got to protect that ball.
Yeah, you don't
that
want
could have been a two. That could have been an easy two.
See if we can see what happened here.
Did a good job of rebounding. Watch this. Gets good position. Gets the ball.
Boy, I didn't see the foul. In any event, foul was called against the Rakes. And then the Crabbers give it right back.
Well, you got a man that's not used to passing the ball outside in the cross court in Johnny Story. And sometimes your adrenaline gets going and you really throw that ball. I had a young man playing me for me in junior high school, and he threw a ball across court and ended up in the top of the stands.
Rakes guarded by Campbell. Kicks it outside. 19-footer is short. Offensive rebound to the Canes. You see our shot from the end zone. We have someone up in the rafters here tonight. We'll talk about our crew in just a minute. Story gets the rebound. Crabbers 2-on-2. Pull-up jumper is good by Higgins. So Marcus Higgins has 5 points, and the Crabbers lead 18-9. Double the score. Ed Douglas to Rakes, picked up by Campbell. Good quickness inside and a big block by Story. Crabbers have the numbers, but they throw it away. And then the reach-in foul.
That was a great defensive play. Great defensive play.
Higgins picks up the foul.
Watch the replay here. Nice block on this end by Johnny Story.
Done a good job at the other end, too. And Higgins just in frustration hammered the ball and the player. Canes have some difficulty getting it inbounds, but they do. This is Ed Douglas, and he has had his pocket picked, but Tabron can't convert. Mario Tabron.
Just need to be a little more patient.
And a foul is called.
Nice drive that time by Rakes.
Carlos Campbell picks up the foul. Third team foul against Hampton. Both teams have 3.
Excuse me, Tim. Dennis Katufa's starting lineup includes 4 seniors.
3 team fouls apiece. 14 seconds left here in the first period. Reynolds can't hit. Higgins wants to push it up. Nice feed to Campbell. Follow is no good. And Tabron cannot get the shot away before the buzzer sounds, ending the first period.
Whoa, what a nice, fast-paced game. Love this kind of contest.
Heritage 9, as you watch some of the replay. Hampton 18 after 1.
You talked about our people tonight?
I've not talked about them tonight. Well, not yet. It's early. But I will mention that Wood Funeral Home is a sponsor tonight. I want to thank them. And Richard Pulley is the funeral director. Bill White and Bill Leggett on staff. Also Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations and now 1 real convenient location in Newport News for yours truly.
Right, yeah, they built that just for you. I talked to David Allen. He says, listen, as much as Tim eats and as much as he drives, we need a place right there where he can go.
You did.
There's one of our younger fans tonight. HCS Reports has a new look. Join anchor Beth Sadler Monday through Friday at noon and again at 5 p.m. for all the news and information about the Hampton City Schools.
What channel is that on?
It's on at noon and again at 5. HCS Reports.
46.
Channel 46. Your sports plus station in the Hampton, and of course everything that goes on in the Hampton schools.
And city for that matter. Heritage down by 9 as the second quarter gets underway. Some new faces in there. Sydney Andrews, number 50, has come in.
Well, I see. I can't understand why Hampton is playing them so tight out in front. That's really opened up the court. They spread it out.
They're spreading it out.
And kind of going one-on-one, see who can get a better matchup.
Hampton stole it, but then lost it. Shot won't go down, and that one's knocked out of bounds by the Haynes. To set the lineups for you now, we've got Tabron in the backcourt. Fenner, Williams, Story, and Robinson for Hampton. Stewart, number 22. Number 20, Rakes in there for the Cane. Along with 50, that is Sydney Andrews. 12 is Dante Hurd, and 34 is Merlin Lentz. (18 to 9) Hampton.
They need to get that ball. They're not even trying to get it into Johnny.
Fenner has a block twice, blocked the third time. On a good defensive series by Merlin Lance, just stuck with it, wouldn't let him have a shot. Air ball, but you'll go down as they pass.
Gotta block out.
Tevin Rakes gets the fortuitous pass, if you will. I guarantee you Andrews will tell you it was a pass, but it wasn't. Fenner can't hit from 3, knocked it away, and then lost it back to the Cane. So they're down by 7. Heritage trying to tighten the game up. Game taped for your pleasure, we hope, on the 25th of February, the year 2000. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz and the 46th crew coming to you from Anderson Fieldhouse at Fort Eustis, site of the Peninsula District Tournament Championship game. In the lane, nice one-hander, would not go, and then Tabron is fouled by Lance. So that was ticky-tacky.
Yeah, and that was really a dumb foul on Lance. Get down the court, big guy.
He's a little frustrated because the shot didn't go in from his teammate, but
yeah, but you can't be making silly fouls. I mean, you only got 5 in the game. Don't mess yourself up, as that's 2 on him already.
Hampton stuck on the 18, and they won't get a chance this time as they turn it over. Lance, and Lance has it stolen by Williams.
No, he actually lost it right off his, what they called it to Hampton.
Officials are going to award the ball to the Canes.
Watch this. Look at these blocks. Oh, now this is the coming down the other end.
Now, I don't know what happened there. Couldn't see because of the angle, but in any event, the Heritage Canes keep it. Chance to slice into that 7-point lead.
They have 5 seconds. What happened there? I think Bobby forgot to count.
Oh, that ball looked like it was batted away in the cylinder, and then Williams gets called for the foul for standing there and getting a hand up, and then called for the foul.
I think if we have a replay on that basket interference there that was not called, it looked like one of the Heritage Hurricanes tapped the ball while it was in the cylinder, and then we got a, I don't know, maybe they're trying to keep the game under control.
First trip to the free throw line by Rakes, and first actually by the Canes. Misses. In the ballgame now is Raymond Stith for Heritage. He'll give a breather to Corey Stewart. Hampton getting ready to bring in Nathaniel Clouden.
Clouden had a good game last night, made some good. And of course, Hampton is missing Curtis Pender, number 40, who has always played well, broke a wrist in the Warwick game in the first quarter. Coming a little different look here. We got a zone trap. Oh, you got to get the ball inside to Johnny.
Higgins does.
Oh, nice tap by Higgins.
That one goes to Clouden, who scores the easy bucket.
When you got a trap like that, you're not going to be able to defend your big guy inside with 2 people. Got to get it to him.
There you go. I didn't
Right.
remember to count that time.
He learned to count. Brent is over here shaking his head. I'm counting. I'm at 8.
Now, Bobby, that's Bob that was criticizing your lack of ability to count.
I was keep Brent.
Oh, yeah, put it on the other guy.
Sure. It's either you or Brent.
Tabron, and he draws the foul. Stiff picks up the foul, his first. Tabron will get 2 shots.
Good shot of Tabron. End-line camera, Ron Baton down there. Of course, we got in the stands behind us Nathaniel Braxton, and up the other end, Susan Bowers. In the truck, we have instant replay Bev Penn. Andy Foley doing graphics and audio. Don Chiraus is the engineer, and of course, the big man, Scotty Bowers. Oh, we could have had
an offensive foul there. Just lowered the shoulder, and stick back by Hurd is good.
Had a little bit of an elbow that time, but you can get by with it.
This to Story is off the mark. And then a foul as Higgins couldn't stop his momentum and ran over the player, picking up his second foul. Here's some of the action for you, and it's fast and furious. Watch right here, you're going to see the reach in didn't get called, but right here now he's going to slow down, and then Higgins just runs him over. This is a player control foul. That's the 5th team foul against each team. We are under the 4-minute mark here in the half. You saw the score on your screen, and Hampton by 7. They have led from the very beginning, had a lead of 16-6.
I don't think they were. I'm going to have to correct you. They did not lead from the beginning. Remember on the tap.
Okay.
Heritage led 2-0.
The very beginning.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know it was beginning and very beginning. I'm sorry.
Mom.
My mistake.
Bob's picking on me, Mom. Close enough. All right, you are correct, sir. Heritage did score first. In the lane. Oh, my gracious. Story with a big block down the other end. We got a blocking foul. This will go against the Cane. That'll be on Stiff.
Somebody hitting the ball. We didn't get a call on that.
Stiff picks up his second.
This block down at this end looked like it was going down, but
it sure did. But the officials ruled it was a legal block. Katufis screaming at the officials.
And his tie, if you get a picture of him, his tie is clear over his shoulder. He is hot, and he should be.
Yeah, I think that was a bad call, or lack of a call. And Carlos Campbell proved it by missing both free throws. See, that's that thing that evens out.
Was that yin and yang?
Yin and yang. Let's see if we can watch the replay. What do we got here, Scotty? There we go. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, it's real close.
That was close.
Did appear as if the ball was coming down. But yeah, clipping on the other end of the court. That's a 15-yarder, isn't it? Back to the civility of the game. Hampton still leads 21-14. Nothing's changed. Couple of minutes of heavy action. 3:04 left in the half. Corey Stewart. Nice feed down low, but the shot won't go. Carlos Campbell gathers in the loose ball.
Story did a good job that time of.
And Story does a good job at the other end.
Beautiful.
Just the first points of the game for Story, and they come with 2:35 left in the half, and now the turnover on a traveling call.
He drugged a pivot foot, but what I was impressed with the Story down here on the defensive end, he did not go for the block down there. He didn't go for the fake. He waited till the block guy went up with the ball. Great block. Ended up blocking the shot and making the two at the other end. Good job.
And a 20-second timeout has been called.
Also want to remind folks that WHCS Channel 46 presents your school board meetings on the first and third Wednesday of each month, except March. They will not have it on the first.
Well, then it's not of each month.
Well, I know. Help, Mom. They're going to be at 7:30, and it's live, so tune in and be informed.
Live. Live from Hampton. It's
live
Saturday night.
Hampton. It's Saturday night. No, it's Wednesday
night.
And, of course, don't forget our live broadcast.
There's Susie.
They have it every Tuesday and Thursdays. Homework 2000.
All right, Hampton up by 9. Travers will shoot it. Tip no good, and the rebound comes.
Nobody picking him up.
Oh, Story with another big block. Duke was liable to take that tie off before this one's over with. Carlos Campbell can't hold a hot pass.
That was a little too hot to handle. He's actually too close to him.
We've got a whistle and a foul. The basket will count.
I tell you, Johnny Story can do a lot of things, and he can excite a team on the offensive end or the defensive end. But you got to take your hat off to the Canes. They're not being intimidated. There's the replay of the foul in the basket.
Rakes got the basket. That's 9 for Rakes.
Can you read that?
Yes. Something about an eagle.
And we're not talking about the ones that fly.
No.
Grant's still upset with me. Grant got the birdie and lost the hole.
That's pretty bad. 10 points for Rakes here in the first half as we are down to 1:45 to go. Hampton by 6, so the Canes have sliced into that lead. And that was knocked away. Good defensive play, and then a reach-in foul by Tabron.
And I'm not a
check
real
that
good.
Williams, brother.
Yeah, and that puts him on the foul line with a 1-and-1.
Williams, number 12, got him. Walter Brower looking down the bench. Let's see, who am I going to put in next? Let's see,
Is that 3 on? Who's 2 on Williams?
That's 2 on Williams.
He's going to bring in Robinson, and I think that's a good move. Gives him a little more rebounding power.
Corey Stewart at the free throw line, and he'll get the bonus. So Stewart hits both free throws and makes this a 4-point game. So the Canes just hanging around here. Hampton has not done much here. They've only scored 5 points in the second period. Canes, on the other hand, have scored 10. Hampton back on the offense. Tabron. His pass goes all the way to the far side. Now out to Derek Fenner. Fenner wants to get it to Story. Story, triple team, turns around and hits it.
Nice turnaround. Got a soft touch to that ball. Very sweet.
Johnny Story with his second basket of the game.
Oh, that guy almost backcourt.
I didn't see that one, Bob.
No, if the foul, it was not on Johnny Story, but that's what Bobby called.
Here, watch the replay. You decide for yourself. This is going to be.
The foul was called. If there was a foul, it was on Fenner, I think.
In any event, it is called against Story. That's just his first.
Last night, Story picked up his third foul, Tim, with 1 second to go in the first half. Played the whole second half, did not back down, played strong, aggressive defense, and did not have another foul called on him.
And Story will get the rebound here as Hurd hits 1 out of 2. 40 seconds in the half, Hampton by 5. Again, a low-scoring game, 25-20. Story is triple teamed and still gets the shot away. Got his own rebound. Tipped it to himself, if you will. Want to get it inside. The Story is knocked away by the Canes. 25 seconds on the clock.
A little bit of holding going on underneath there. Hampton smart. They'll play smart, take a shot with about 7 seconds to go.
10 on the clock now.
But the Canes are in a zone.
5 seconds. Now Tabron will have to take the NBA 3, and it's off the mark. No good.
If you're going to take the last shot, why take a 40-footer? Anyway.
Well, we've reached halftime, and the Crabbers in the second stanza are outscored 11-7 by the Canes. As we've reached halftime, it's Hampton 25 and the Hurricanes 20. We'll return to Anderson Fieldhouse for the second half, but first, this brief timeout. Back at Anderson Fieldhouse, our halftime score, the Crabbers up by 5, 25-20. They led 18-9 after 1, but they were outscored in the second stanza by 4 points by the Canes. For the Hampton Crabbers, they were paced by Jimmy Williams, who had 7 points in the first half. He had a 3 and 2 deuces. 5 points for Marcus Higgins on a 3 and a deuce. 4 points each for Johnny Story and Nathan Robinson from the field. 2 points from Derek Fenner along with Nathaniel Clouden, and 1 point for Mario Tabron, who hit 1 of 2 free throws. Carlos Campbell played but did not score. Crabbers hit 1 of 4 free throws. 10 points for Tevon Rakes to lead the Canes. He had 8 points from the field and 2 of 3 free throws. 5 points for Dante Hurd. 3 points for Wayne Reynolds and 2 points for Corey Stewart. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. The Canes hit 5 of 7 from the charity stripe in the first half. And so the third period underway. Robinson a 3.
And he's not normally your 3-point shooter.
Well, you know, you talked about they worked for the last shot of the first half and took an NBA 3, which wasn't even close. So Crabbers live and die by the 3, and that time it helped them put the 3 on the board. And now
nice drive that time by
Rakes.
Just went right on by him. I thought it was Douglas. Maybe it was Rakes.
And they're going to call Jimmy Williams for carrying the ball. So the turnover gives it over to the Canes.
And that call kills you as a coach because there's not that much pressure on it and you turn it over.
Nice feed underneath. Shot won't go. Batted around. Still finally controlled by the Crabbers. Williams comes up with it, and they say does it again. So they're saying that Williams is cupping the ball and turning it over.
What he's doing is he's got it on the side, and he's kind of carrying it, and they're calling it.
You know, when you're uncontested in the court by yourself, why bother to call that? I mean,
thank you.
If you use it to your advantage, I can understand that. Basket will count.
And that's not carrying. That's not carrying.
I don't think it is.
You see that all night long on both sides.
In any event, Rakes gets his second basket in the early going here and cuts the Hampton lead to 4 with a chance to make it 3, and he does. So Rakes has come out and scored 5 points real quickly for his team, and the Hampton lead is down to 3. This game does not have a bearing on the postseason play, but it does determine the Peninsula Tournament champion.
A little bit of contact and no foul.
And that's a deuce for Hurd.
Hurd's got a sweet shot, and we got a 1-point game.
We have a 1-point game is right as the Crabbers come out, hit a 3, and then have been drilled by the Cane, and now Story gets fouled. He'll get a pair. Stewart, as you watch the replay here, picks up the foul. And the smaller Stewart did a good job of making sure that Johnny Story will have to earn the 2.
And that's a good foul.
The Story with 2 shots coming. Hampton by 1 now after leading by 10. And have seen the lead evaporate. Story cannot hit the first of 2. Nice crowd on hand here at Anderson Fieldhouse tonight for the tournament championship game. And Story connects on the second shot.
Looked more relaxed on that second shot, had a good follow through, good wrist movement.
Crabbers by 2. Open for the jumper, and Hurd starts to warm up. He's got 4 here in the second half.
He did that the other night against Menchville.
29 all. And again. Now Higgins is called for.
I don't understand those calls.
Well, again, I go back to what I was saying before. If you gain an advantage by palming the ball like that, then maybe you call the call. But he's out in the middle.
They've been doing it all year long. Those kids have been playing that way all year long, and all of a sudden now you're going to start calling it?
Well, obviously they are. But it does seem pretty...
well, that's what we, consistency is what we look for.
Yeah.
Now, I like all 3 of these young men are out here refereeing tonight, but I don't agree with everything they're saying. I didn't hear Scotty. What did he say?
They were... Well, there are, we have the right to disagree with their call. That doesn't make them wrong and us right, but just makes it a difference of opinion.
Yep.
Started to say Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations. They serve Citgo gasoline, and they also serve wonderful food. They've got the Beantown coffee. They got Krispy Kreme donuts. They got all kinds of goodies. Got fried chicken, potato wedges, Pepsi-Cola products at your Zooms. And again, we want to thank David Allen and all the fine people associated with Zooms for their support of high school sports here on Channel 46. Your home for the best in Hampton sports. Got some spring sports coming your way. Got some softball, some baseball, and some soccer. We'll have all the city schools playing each other in the coming weeks here in both April and May. The Canes And that's a trouble. Merlin Lance shuffled his feet and got called for it. 29 all. This contest being played for the championship trophy of the tournament. Hampton, of course, won the regular season and will advance to the regionals. Story gets fouled. And
that's a smart move. Got to go a little stronger. You got contact, but you got to make that basket. And he will as he gets better. He gets on to the next level. He'll make that one. Talking about the spring sports, Tim, we will have softball, Kecoughtan at Bethel on the 17th of April, Phoebus at Hampton on the 10th of April. Baseball, we have Bethel at Hampton on the 21st of April, Phoebus at Kecoughtan on the 28th of April. Soccer, girls and boys, Phoebus at Bethel on May 5th and Hampton at Kecoughtan on May 10th. And those two soccer games will be played at Darling Stadium.
I think I'm out of town the week of the 5th through the 10th.
No, you're not. I ain't buying that.
Story again, same pattern. Misses the first, makes the second. He's 2 of 4. And the one completed free throw gives Hampton the lead. So now the Canes can take the lead for the first time since the early going when they led 2-0.
Yeah, no, they're not calling the Pullman on that. Same kind of action.
Thank you very much. Open for 3, no good. Rebound comes to the Canes, blocked by Robinson. Blocked it right to the hands of Higgins. Higgins with the runner, and he is fouled. A little bit of history here. These two teams have a number of players whose names appeared on the Gridiron roster. So you've got some, I guess you might say, grudges.
Well, a little history.
History. I used that word to begin with. Probably the best word to stick
Yeah,
with.
I think you better stick with that. I don't think they're grudges, but they know each other.
They're competitive, and they remember. They have got long memories. Hampton, of course, and Heritage have played some tough football games the last couple of years. Higgins misses the first of 2. The Crabbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 misses, and just 3 good. So they're 3 of 9 from the free throw line. Not very good here.
Not 33%.
And they continue their miss the first, make the second trend. Hampton by 2. 5 minutes to go in the third period.
Same thing. Same. Well,
I mean, call it both ways. I don't agree with the call to begin with, and I don't agree that it should be called against them, but you got to call it both ways. Should at least. Tabron has it. That should be Hampton ball, but they say no. Looked like Tabron was pushed out of bounds. This is stiff. It's guarded by Tabron. Shot might have been partially blocked. Of course, when you've got Story in your face, oh my goodness, what is this, the NBA? The whistle blew and the ball went in about a second and a half after that. My gracious. What is a continuation play? The guy was fouled. If he was fouled, he can't shoot after he's fouled. Okay, enough of the referees now. I take all that back. This good crew is fading fast here. Foul was called against Robinson, his second. And with that three-point play, the Canes have taken the lead. Robinson's shot is short. And it's knocked out of bounds. Let's see who touched it last. I believe the Canes did. Did you agree with me or not, Bob, on that previous play?
Yes, I did. He was fouled. I didn't figure I should say anything because you were doing such a good job.
No, I mean, please, if I'm wrong on this, it did appear as though he was fouled, then he jumped and shot the ball. which is fine in the NBA, but it doesn't usually count in high school.
Well, it usually doesn't. But listen, we want to talk about Zooms. They're giving an award to the basketball player in each one of the Hampton schools this year who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded a plaque at the school board meeting after the season, and I assume that's going to be the probably around the 15th, the third Wednesday of March. We want to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continuing support of WHCS and our student athletes. I'll tell you who those players are in the next break in action we get.
All right, Hampton will inbound, trailing 32-31. They had led by double digits in the first half, but the Canes have been coming back and staying in the ball game. Story with a short jumper, and that's a pretty shot by Johnny Story. He's got 8 points now, averaging almost 20 per game. Stolen. Higgins. The speedy Higgins missed the shot.
He showed a lot of speed, but he got up, he's trying to dunk it, just lost it.
The Canes are forced to take a timeout as the player was double teamed and trapped in the corner.
Let me tell you about the Zooms Academic Award for Excellence. At Bethel High School is Tamisha Augustin and Reggie Proctor. At Kickingham High School, Lindsey Prince and Troy Green. At Hampton High School, Emily Smith and Mac Jones. At Phoebus High School, Tara Galloway and Maurice Shanks. Congratulations to those young men and women.
And a future basketball Hall of Famer right there, dead to the world. The baby was sound asleep.
That is, it's getting it by osmosis.
Leave me alone,
Hey,
I'm asleep.
don't wake me up. What happened to this bed? I was so nice and soft and still.
Well, Hampton regained the lead now, 33-32. And again, joined us late. They led 18-9 after one, and then led by 5 at halftime. But the Canes from Heritage High School, led by Dennis Katufis, have just continued to battle back. Led a moment ago, 32-31, and now the Crabbers up by 1. Canes will inbound. .323 left in the third period. Story with another block, but we had a foul before. I believe that one's on Williams. They're going to give him 2 shots.
Yeah, he was in the act of shooting that time. Got to come up with the players of the game, Tim. We don't want to forget that.
Dante Hurd, who's got 9 points on the night, misses the front end of 2. So Hurd, after missing the first one, hits the second. Johnny Burke comes in the ball game for the Canes, number 44.
Nice tip, 2 nice tips, just couldn't get it to go in, but Robinson and Story, 2 offensive rebounds.
Check, I said 44, that's 14 that checked in, that's Reynolds. Correct myself, Wayne Reynolds back in the game. Nice jumper by Stiff. He felt the pressure and waited for the defender to give him the shot, and he took it and put it in, and the Canes regain the lead now. Tabron, a good move to get open, can't hit the jumper. So Heritage has completed the comeback, taking the lead. That looked like palming, and it didn't matter. He knocked it out of bounds anyway. Rakes checks back in for the Canes, number 20. Robinson from way outside, no good. Follow is no good. Story is good on the follow. Johnny Story has 10 points. And we're tied again at 35. Canes have it knocked out of bounds off of a Crabber. Nice play to get the ball inside for Merlin Lance. .125 to go in the third. Hampton down by 2. Higgins, who has just 1 point here in the second half, tries to get it down low and does.
Good job. Get it to your man.
Story now with 5 deuces in the game and 2 of 2 free throws. He's got 12. Nice jumper by Tevin Rakes.
The Hurricanes are not going away.
17 unofficially for Rakes in the game. Robinson follows his own shot. Can't get the follow to go. Story in traffic, and Story is fouled.
Nice job of following his own shot by Robinson.
Dante Hurd picks up his second foul. Carlos Campbell getting set to check in for the Crabbers. He might be coming in for Story if Story makes the shot. I'm not sure, but they could have brought him in, but didn't.
Am I the only one that can see something on the lane down there? Looks like paper or something. Or maybe it's just the way the light is hitting.
Oh, there's some, I'm not sure what it is, Bob. There is a little debris there, but I don't think it must be any serious. Campbell did come in, but not for Story. So Johnny Story, with the deep breath concentration, has hit 3 in a row, 4 out of the last 5, and has retied this game. 39 all.
They're going to hold for the last shot.
And they throw it away as Campbell gets it and scores. So Carlos Campbell with an opportune basket. Buzzer, no good.
And I know that drives the coach crazy. You got the ball, you won the last shot, you turned it over, and Hampton gets the last shot of the third quarter.
So the Canes outscore Hampton 19-16. Here you see they're going to see the bad pass.
I don't know if it's such a bad pass as just not concentrating catching the ball.
We'll watch some of the cheerleader action here as we get set to start the fourth period. Hampton up by 2. They led by 5 at halftime. They led by 9 after 1. So the Canes continue to whittle away and in fact did lead in the third period. Hampton apparently will host Tuesday night, I believe you said, Bob, was the first round of the Eastern Regionals.
Which will be the number 2 seed in the Beach District.
These Hurricanes will travel for their first game in the regionals. They might take on, I'm not sure they take on, I won't even speculate. I think
I'm not sure who the #1 seed is. The Beach is whoever won the regular season. Nice rebound that time.
Offensive rebound for the Canes. And now see, that's goaltending, and that wasn't.
He missed that one. He missed that one.
That was terrible.
Terrible.
That ball wasn't even close to the hoop. It was coming down. Watch the replay here. The ball was deflected. Here's the replay. Well, you couldn't tell by that angle, but just take my word for it. Higgins with an air ball.
That's Tabern underneath.
Tabern underneath. Tabern with the basket. Hampton back on top by 2. Well, that woke the crowd up anyway.
It sure did. Both sides.
Nice shot by Rakes as he has looked superb tonight. 10 points in the first half. He's added 9 more here. He's got 19 unofficially. Off the rim, no good, and the rebound to the Canes.
That shot is just, I don't see that shot.
They're not working the ball in at all.
No, you're tied. You don't throw it up.
Well, there's no reason to take an NBA 3. Story with the rebound and then gets fouled. Lance picks up his 4th personal foul. Here's the action. Boy, I didn't see that foul.
Oh, he threw a little elbow. You got Clouden down there underneath. Oh, Tynes.
Campbell got the rebound, put it back up, no good. No patience on the part of the Crabbers right now. They're just throwing the ball up. Six minutes left in regulation. We're tied at 43. Campbell gets called for the foul, his 4th. They'll do it again as the Crabbers knock it out of bounds. 43 all. Championship game for the Peninsula District Tournament. Heritage in the burgundy and white. Hampton in the white with the red numerals. Black trim. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz happy to bring you this contest. Each year we like to be here at Anderson Fieldhouse for the finals. Got plenty of contact inside and a foul is called.
Well, you're getting offensive rebounds and you just keep going back up. Somebody's going to get you. That was Tynes, Deon Tynes called for the foul that time.
So Deon Tynes picks up his 1st. That's the 5th team foul. In fact, each team has 5. So the bonus is not in effect yet, although it's of no consequence here because Blackstock is shooting 2. And he gets 1 of the 2. And that unties the game as the Canes lead by 1. Tynes top of the key. They've got a high-low post working. Story down low. Tabron for 3.
No, Higgins.
Higgins, rather. 14, not 24. That's the second triple for Higgins. Ball knocked loose and a couple of players over the bench. Fortunately, nobody lost their balance.
Hurt.
Nathan Robinson checking back in. He'll give Tynes a breather. Tynes in just briefly, giving Robinson the blow, if you will. And a whistle and a ball knocked out of bounds by the Crabbers. Hampton 46, Heritage 44. Or Heritage, as they're usually called. And got the nice roll that time. Tevon Rakes with the bucket. Higgins almost had it stolen. Now for three. Higgins rattles it home. He's got 3 triples.
And nobody back. The Canes weren't looking at 2 men down deep. We got an offensive foul. Gotta be.
Nope.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, is it? Maybe it was. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it had to be. He went up and, yeah, number 22. Good call.
All right, you got him that time, Bob. See if you can pick it up here. 22.
Right there.
Yep. Bobby Kipper spotted it. So the player control foul gives it to Hampton. They're up by 3 with a chance to extend the lead. Higgins from that same spot again, and he's starting to warm up now.
He feels hot.
That's 3 in a row from the three-point area, almost the identical spot on the floor.
He found the spot, and he's got the stroke down. Was talking to Tico Gwinder tonight, used to play for me. He was a guy that could get on fire and hit him from everywhere.
Oh, was that Tico that was over visiting?
Played for me, then played for Brent Musgrove, so had 2 good coaches.
He was a good player in spite of you guys, right?
Brent didn't hear that.
Probably one of the best players ever come through the Bethel program, except for some guy with an Iverson or somebody.
And Johnny nice steal by Robinson. Higgins tried to do a little too much underneath there.
3:44. Robinson, no, the big man. And knocked out of bounds by Heritage, they say. One of the Heritage players, Hurd, is shaken up. You see him on your picture. The Hurricanes will take a full timeout with 3:39 remaining. Hampton has gone on top now, 52-46.
I'm picking up a little bit of static here. Who was that? Was that Andy?
Static? No, that Static was your director.
Oh, that's my director. Oh, okay.
I'm glad to see Mr. Hurd coming off all right.
Dante Hurd, I believe he's the brother to Carlos Hurd, a good player that played over there at Heritage a year or so ago.
Well, time winding down in this game. Now Hampton has been able to build a 6-point lead after trading the lead.
Well, they did that on some threes by Marcus Higgins.
Yep, he's had 3 of those here in the 4th period. And had 5 points at halftime, and he's added 10 more here. So he's got 15, and last time I see 5 and 10 is 15. Just want to check my own math here.
Well, that's good. Did you take your shoes off, use your toes?
Almost ran out there. If you'd had 21 points, we'd be in trouble. So Hampton with the 6-point lead and the ball underneath their basket.
Yeah, and Heritage trying to play with 6 players. I don't think they're allowed to do that.
No, not lately. Robinson says, hey, I think that's...
Oh, get it to him. Whoa, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? A written invitation. Johnny's open the first one a few times. He had one guy on him.
This is Story in traffic. Didn't get the shot. Back comes Rakes. And a bad shot put up by Stewart. Didn't draw iron. 3 minutes left in regulation time. Hampton by 6. Tabron, left side feed.
Oh, nice job.
Jimmy Williams with the bucket. He's got 9 in the contest, 9 points. And the jumper by Rakes. So Rakes continues to be hot. He had 10 in the first half. He's got 13, 23 in the game unofficially. Higgins, who's been hot from the three-point mark.
And that's why you see number 22, Corey Stewart, just sticking all over everywhere he goes.
Williams looking at the cutter, decided to hold on to it. 2:13 to go. Hampton by 6. Tabron dishes, contact, no foul. Robinson gets plenty of contact, and he'll get a couple of free throws.
And that was not a wise shot, but he ended up with a chance to make 2 from the foul line.
On the replay here, you're going to see Robinson give the ball and then get it back momentarily. This is Tabron in your
See,
picture.
there's nobody underneath the basket. You got time on your side, get a good shot. And that's something that the kids will learn as they mature.
Reynolds called for his first. Robinson in and out.
And we get 3 or 4 players in at a time.
Tufus just brought 4 new players in.
Yeah, keep them fresh.
Well, he's also going to, you know, there's getting down to crunch time now, so he can give instructions and then.
Well, no, but also what he's doing is playing defense, offense.
Sure. So Robinson gets 1 of 2. Hampton lead is 7 as we are at the 2-minute mark. Story bats it around, and then it is forwarded to Higgins. Nice dish left side for Williams. Back to Tabron. And now Hampton will call a 20-second timeout with 1:40 to go. Well, Bob, player of the game.
Well, I tell you, there's some good players have done a good job out there. Robertson has done a good job, and Williams handling the ball, Tabron, Robinson, Fenner, Campbell. And you know, Johnny Story to me has been the catalyst because he's not got frustrated because he's being double teamed underneath, but he's still got double figures, and I know he's more than double figures in rebounds. So I'm going to go with Johnny Story as one of them. And you know, and let's wait. We may do another one. Let's just see as we unwind. We got 1:40 to go.
How about them? So we have to keep a little suspense here, Scotty.
Oh, come on, Scotty. Suspense.
Higgins has it deflected out of bounds.
And of course, right now you got a clock with 1:34. You're really in fighting another opponent if you're Heritage.
Well, I would say Crabbers have not gotten into a defensive mode. Knocked into the back court by the Canes. Higgins, no, can't get the roll, but got the rebound. And he'll throw it up, and they'll say traveled.
How could he travel?
Only took 1 step, didn't he?
Oh, Bobby's seeing things I don't see tonight. But that's okay.
But that's all right. Won't be the first time, right?
Really?
Probably not the last. After the turnover, the Canes now with 1:15 to go. Down by 7. Need a basket here desperately, and Rakes is the man to go with. You need a basket. He has filled up the bucket tonight. He's got 25 unofficially. Story, and Story is run into, and that'll give the Crabbers a 1-and-1. Stopping the clock with 59 seconds.
And that's not a bad foul. I mean, you stop the clock. Hampton, they haven't been that consistent at the foul line. As you talked about earlier, they were shooting 30-40%.
And Story misses another, but
and this is what Brent told me. Heritage needs to foul.
And now the Hampton player, Higgins, calls a timeout. He's trapped in that corner. We saw that same play a couple of moments ago, and I think they've used their 20s, so this will be a full timeout.
This will be a full one, right.
55-50. Hampton by 5. That was the difference at halftime. They led 25-20. And after 3 periods, led just 41-39. Well, we've got Johnny Story for player of the game. Another one, I think we've almost got to go and give Marcus Higgins, the other player of the co-players of the game, if you will. Higgins with 4 3-pointers tonight, and 3 of those here in the second half.
And they came when they were really needed.
They did. As the Canes had just continued to battle back and had taken the lead and seesawed back and forth. And then Higgins hit a couple of those and separated the two teams. And quite frankly, that's been the difference now. There's a 5-point lead for the Hampton Crabbers. They've got the ball. Each team, I started to say each team in the bonus, but they're not. Hampton will be in the bonus, but the Canes will not. So foul here will send the Crabbers to the free throw line. That's the 9th team foul, so that'll be a 1-and-1.
The next one will be 2 shots, so that's a great foul. What did they lose off the clock? About 1 second?
Yeah, nothing to speak of. Sidney Andrews checks back in for Dennis Katufis. Higgins at the free throw line tonight. He is 1 for 2. And make that 2 for 3.
And that's a big one because you don't get the second chance if you don't get the first one.
So Higgins will try and make it a 7-point Hampton lead, and he does not.
So it's still 2 possessions.
And the Canes get away with it when they almost threw it away. Rakes will pull up and try, no good. Robinson, and he is fouled. 39 seconds to go. So the Canes have no alternative here but to
they got to foul now. They got to try to stop the clock. They're down 6, but now the pressure's off on you. If you're at the foul line, you don't have to make the first one to get the second one. You got a 2-shot foul.
Double bonus time for the Crabbers the rest of the way here as Robinson will get 2.
They got the first one, and that's always makes it easier on the second one, usually. Let's see. Got them both.
So Robinson in the game now unofficially with 10 points.
And that gives you 39 seconds, Tim, and you got 4 possessions. Or 3 possessions, I'm sorry.
Lance drives the lane, shot no good. Lance got the rebound and put it in and drew the foul.
You let him make the basket. Let him make it. Don't put him on the foul line.
The difference now is 6 points, 29 seconds.
Of course, it's easy sitting over here saying don't foul him.
In the heat of battle, you sometimes forget the strategy.
Right.
So Lance completes the 3-point play, and the difference now is 5. Long pass down the court, intercepted. Still a ball game, 5 points, 2 possessions. That's a 3 short. Lance got the rebound and jammed it home. So now you've got a 3-point difference with 14 seconds to go.
You got to play smart.
Watch the replay here. You're going to see Lance
get his own rebound.
Tipped out to him, and then he just hammered it home.
Tomahawk jam.
So this one is not over with yet. The Crabbers led 58-50, but have given up 5 straight. A 3-point play and a jam. So 14 seconds remaining in regulation now. I guess we can throw that term back out there.
Yeah, I guess we can. And I do need to have Andy Foley bring his phone back up here. I got to make a phone call in this game and call it in.
And the Crabbers will inbound to Higgins. One play keep away. Williams has it deflected, but he's able to tip it forward, and then a foul on the reach in. And Tabron will get 2 shots.
Well, it's always amazed me how they think they can throw the ball over a guy's head when he's got his hands in the air, because he's now 2 foot taller. You just got to be aware of your limitations right there. But a nice, smart move by tipping the ball.
Yep. Tabron hits the first.
And that's a big one, Tim, because that now makes it 2 possessions with 9 seconds.
So Tabron very calm and cool at the free throw line.
He did. He looked real good at the free throw line.
Another timeout called, prolonging the inevitable here at this point. 9 seconds remaining. And that might be all of the timeouts that are left.
Yeah, and I don't know how many times out they got left, but that was not called by Heritage. That was called by the Crabbers. And I'm sure Walter's telling them, listen, fellas, you let them get in the ball, bring it down the court, you keep token pressure on it, but do not foul. Let them shoot the ball. If it goes in, walk away from it, because the 5 seconds will go off, and you don't have to bring the ball inbounds. So let's see if that's what he said. I think that I listened. I think that's what he said.
And I think Heritage has used all of their timeouts, so they're going to inbound the ball at the far end of the court here. So Walter Brower just wanted to set up the defense here and make them work for this. And Heritage just gets it in within the 5-second limit. Shot is no good. Story with the rebound, and he'll just hold on to the ball. Holds on to the balls, and the Crabbers are the tournament champions as well as the regular season champions of the Peninsula District. Our players of the game again, Johnny Story. Fine effort tonight on his part. Had 4 points in the first half. Added 10 more for an unofficial total of 14 in the game. And Marcus Higgins, who had 5 points in the first half, added 11 more for unofficially 16 in the contest. Also 9 points for Williams. Jimmy Williams played a good ball game for the Hampton Crabbers. Want to thank our sponsors again, Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations, and Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director. The final score again is Hampton 60 and Heritage 55. For Bob Hintz, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.